The following is a production of CUTV Sports.
Good evening, everybody, and we welcome you to the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania for this evening's PSAC West matchup between the California Vulcans and the Edinboro Fighting Scots. Alongside me is Matt Hagee. I'm Tyler Harris, and we thank you for tuning into our broadcast this evening. Matt, last game for California, could have been better, I guess.
Could have been better, and the last four games could have been better as they have a four-game losing streak, losing to the Mercyhurst Lakers up in Erie on Wednesday night. They look for a rebound today against a very good Edinboro team.
Yes, should be a very interesting matchup. You have Chris Williams and Tynell Fortune tying at 15 points. That led the team in that last matchup. Last game for Edinboro, though, a little bit of a different, pretty much the same story, actually.
Well, it's a heartbreaker for Edinboro as they lost on a last-second jumper from Seton Hill. A tough loss at the Macomb Fieldhouse at Edinboro, but they look to rebound today, and they look to take revenge against the Vulcans after dropping both games to them last season.
Henry Wade Chapman, 28 points in that one. Could be a threat for the Vulcans. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player to watch for the Vulcans, and no other than Chris Williams.
Well, Chris Williams has been big for the Vulcans, and in a losing streak like this and falling with a 1-6 so far this season, they need a senior leader like Chris Williams. As you can see, Chris Williams is not just a good shooter, but he also leads the team in steals. He looks to just continue to make his play offensively and defensively and lead the Vulcans to victory here today at the Convocation Center.
He has the ability to spark a team, there's no doubt about that. We'll see if he can do so here coming up in the next couple minutes. Tip-off is next right here on CUTV.
Need to know what's happening in your area? CUTV News Center brings you your best local news. Events on and around campus. Local weather. Vulcan sports coverage. CUTV News Center, live, Thursdays at 5.
And we welcome you back to the Convocation Center here in California, Pennsylvania, where tonight the Edinboro Fighting Scots take on the California Vulcans on their home court. And the Fighting Scots coming in with a 4-2 record. California, though, with a interesting enough 1-6. But let's go ahead and look at the tail of the tape, brought to you by JD Waterproofing. Matt, a pretty lopsided advantage here for the Fighting Scots, but they could definitely make some impact here. The Vulcans can, at least. They could prove those stats a little bit wrong.
And Edinboro coming in here is one of the best offenses in PSAC, averaging 88.8 points per game. Maybe not playing the best teams, but still it's the numbers they're putting up here. The Vulcans got the edge on them in free throws. You can see a big advantage in the 3 points and also the rebounds. And big reason for that is the 6'9" center that the Edinboro Fighting Scots have is Brian Terrio. That's a big reason why they have a big rebound.
Yeah, the All-American, he can make a huge impact in the game, and he can definitely control the game down low, too. So that's something you definitely want to watch out for.
He just hit 1,000 points in for his career at Edinboro with the last game against Seton Hill, so you can see he's got big presence, and he had combined 39 points in 2 games against the Vulcans last season.
We take a look at the Edinboro Fighting Scots standing on their respective side of the court right now, and the starting lineup goes like this. Wade Chapman will be the starter there. He'll be starting guard, his first name being Henry Wade Chapman. Well, Jonathan Logan also starting. He has a forward, number 11. Number 15, Johnny Marsh starting as a guard. Xavier Chernick starting at forward. And then you have the All-American senior, Brian Terriot, down there, down low, 6'9" of him. He will be starting as center. So the Edinboro the Fighting Scots, they have the numbers, they have the size, they have the talent, and this could be a pretty big test for them. As we said, not playing too many quality teams, but in the PSAC, anything can happen. And California is definitely a team that can make an impact when they sync together and they play California Vulcan basketball.
And they really did that in the last time, exactly 1 year ago this weekend, that Cal hosted Edinboro. They got out to a 27-5 lead. I think that was some of the best basketball I've ever seen this team play here at Cal since I've been here. As we see, looks like the first starting lineup for the California Vulcans is Jake Jakuback. That's probably the Vulcans' best shooter.
And you see Josh Dombrowski there, number 1, starting at forward this evening. He can make an impact. He's a pretty good shooter. And now we see Jake Jakuback coming out of the tunnel now.
They looks like missed up they didn't think Dombrowski was starting. Usually you don't see Dombrowski start, but he did start against Mercyhurst.
And there you see Tynell Fortune, number 11, coming in. And he's going to be looked as, typically looked as a 6-man, but today he's going to be looked at a big number 5 starter. And there you see number 15, Armin Marks, checking in now. All 6'4" of them out of Louisville, Kentucky. And here comes Chris Williams, our player to watch. You got to look out for him. He's a guard/forward out of Philadelphia, his senior from Bishop McDevitt.
And people get Bishop McDevitt High School in Harrisburg confused with that one. But see, Chris Williams, and now we see a shot of Coach Bill Brown there. He's been here since 1998. Just, continues to start this program in the right direction since he got here. He's won the PSAC twice, numerous NCAA regional tournament appearances. And he's not that fiery coach, but he gets it done with his voice. It's that big baritone voice that he has. So we get ready for tip-off here.
He was definitely giving his players a motivational speech earlier before tip-off, before the women's game, and they were amped up and ready to go. The California faithful are here and in effect this evening. A pretty great turnout for a typical basketball game. You typically don't see this many people here, but a great turnout from the California student body. It is faculty night as well, faculty and Student Appreciation Night, so I believe it is a free admission for faculty as well, so that could be another reason as to why we have some extra seats being filled this evening. But tip-off is ready to be set. Chris Williams against Brian Terriot, and it's away. Terriot will win it. It'll go back to Johnny Marsh. Johnny Marsh sends it inside, and it's going to be stolen by Armin Marks. Armin Marks over to Jakuback. Jakuback back to Williams, now to Fortune. And that'll go out of bounds, intended for Dombrowski, and Edinboro is going to get to take over.
And Aaron passed there, and as the Vulcans struggled with turnovers in their last game against Mercyhurst, and now they look to change that.
You see Marsh taking it up. Sends it down low to Terriot. Terriot turns around, sends it over to Wade Chapman. Chapman sends it down to Terriot. Back down, and it is good for Terriot. He puts the first 2 points up on the board.
And there's that 6'9" size going inside on Chris Williams, making it happen. He just gets it done as one of the best centers in all of the PSAC.
Now Fortune has it at the top, sends it over to Marks. And over to Williams, now to Jakuback. Jakuback down into Fortune. Out to Marks. Marks pulls up and shoots, and that one will not go. And there is a foul on the play, and it'll be against California.
Yeah, Josh Dombrowski with the foul call there. First foul of the game for any team. And you know, the Vulcans came out cold shooting against Mercyhurst. They fell behind early, and they cannot afford to fall behind for a good team like Edinboro.
Jonathan Logan for three, air ball, that'll go out of bounds. California has a chance to take advantage of that miss, and they'll have a chance to inbound. Fortune bringing it up nice and slow, trying to read the play from his coaches. He sends it over to Marks. Marks to Williams. Back to Marks, looks to shoot. Goes down low and puts up a shot, but that won't ring. There's a foul on the play. That'll be a shooting foul for 2.
And you see Marks going inside there on the big man, Terrio. And one of the keys to the game for the Vulcans is get Terrio in foul trouble. Get him out of the game, get him on the bench, and you provide that new presence inside and not having him there and can go inside easy and get it done for the Vulcans.
Armin Marks' first free throw is no good. Marks 66.7 from the field this year. He looks to try to keep that pretty close here with this one. And that's good, so he's 1 for 2 on the day now.
Saw Jonathan Logan almost slip inside there, and as we see Chris Kipwall there from Chris Williams.
Chris Williams just trying to prevent the pass from going through. Kicks it up in the air, so Edinboro will have an inbound now. That'll head out to Wade Chapman. Chapman gets it back, and he's going to take it up court himself. And Chapman's going to get called there. So it looks like it's going to be against Tynell Fortune for California. He gets called for the foul, so that's team second, Tynell's first. Inbound by Jonathan Logan, sends it down low, almost a Terriot, but Chris Williams comes out with a steal.
And add to the steal total that leads the team for Chris Williams. He just continues to make plays on defense and plays that the Vulcans really need.
Dabrowski sends it over to Williams, and he hits a 2. California takes an early lead, 3-2 here. 18 minutes remaining in the first half.
And Chris Williams also can shoot pretty well too. He led the team against Mercyhurst on Wednesday. It's just that he's a senior. Seniors, they purposely need to take over for the team, and he's looking good so far here as we start the game.
Marsh has it at the top of the key, sends it down to Chernick. Xavier Chernick sends it back to Marsh. Marsh over to Chapman. Chapman, his shot will not ring. It'll go out of bounds. And California has a chance to inbound.
Chris Williams once again making it happen so far. Is exactly what the Vulcans need him to do.
Tynell Fortune bringing it up for the Vulcans. Sends it over to Fortune. Jakubic rather. Jakubic sends it back over to Dabrowski. He takes his shot, and it rings out of the rim. Rebound by Chris Williams. Sends it over to Jakubic. Jakubic now sends it over to Marks. Back to Fortune. Fortune's going to try to direct something here. Marks has it. And over to Fortune. Fortune for 3. And he misses. Rebound by Williams. And Fortune has it again. That's a fresh shot clock. California just taking their time with this possession.
Chris Williams, this is something to watch. I mean, Edinboro's coming in here averaging 50 rebounds a game, and the Vulcans are continuing right now out-rebounding him so far, and it's Chris Williams.
Tynell gets swatted away by Xavier Chernick. That's 6'5" against, well, in our stat sheets, they're calling Tynell Fortune 6'2", but we all know that's not true. He's maybe about 5'10", and he just got swatted away.
A great play inside there by Chernick. Fortune just trying to get inside. Usually it's outside game that he works, but this time they're not using that size advantage there. But it's encouraging to see Fortune make plays like that.
Williams working now. 6 on the shot clock. He shoots. Rebound by Dabrowski, keeping this possession alive. Shots aren't followed, but they're keeping it in their zone. That's a big advantage for the Vulcans.
And they're getting the crowd involved too. The crowd's appreciating this possession so far.
Marks has it down low. And that rebound will go out of bounds off of Edinboro. Jonathan Logan can't keep control of it.
And this possession continues to be wonderful for the Vulcans. Let's see if they can finish here with 16-12 remaining.
Edinboro hasn't had much offensive possession at all in this game. California controlling the ball. Jakubic has it. Over to Tynell Fortune, 30 on the shot clock. Jakubic has it again. He tries driving the lane, pulls up and shoots. And that one will fall. Jakubic putting up some points of his own. 5 now for California.
Hard work truly does pay off as Jake Jakubic gives the Vulcans a 5-2 lead. This is kind of similar to how it started out. It's going to be a Chris Williams almost getting the steal there, and they'll go to the first media timeout here with the Vulcans leading.
Chris Williams is all amped up. California playing some great basketball earlier in this game as you see Terrio working on Chris Williams and gets 2 points of the game, and that would be Edinboro's only 2 points of the game so far. Chris Williams on a nice pull-up jumper, and that ball actually went off the hands of an Edinboro defender, and he still was able to get it to ring.
Chris Williams is doing it all so far as we see Fortune go inside and get swatted away there, but he kept the Vulcans' possession alive, and then Jake Jakubic finishes off that great possession with many rebounds so far, and Jake Jakubic gets that to roll to give the Vulcans the lead. It's been a good start for the Vulcans, and it's something they need to work. So we see the team leaders here, Fortune leading the team with 12.3, and then Murphy leading the team with rebounds, 5.6, but Chris Williams has, I believe, 3 rebounds so far, and then also that steal total has gone up since the game started with Chris Williams making it happen both defensively as well.
Yeah, he's definitely being that senior reliable player that California is looking for this year. And you see the team leaders for Edinboro. Marsh leads in scoring, averaging 20 a game. Terrio, the All-American, averaging 9 rebounds a game. Assists, that's a big number for Marsh, 29. And Davis having 6 steals, averaging 6 steals a game. So far, it's pretty interesting. Now Marsh has it, leads the team in scoring and assists as well. Pulls up and shoots a long 3, no good. Rebound by Edinboro. Now is Chernick putting it back up and getting the shooting foul rather.
Good rebound there by Xavier Chernak. I saw a long 3-point, almost from the parking lot by Johnny Marsh. You can see that talent that Johnny Marsh has with the averaging 20 points a game, that he has the confidence to shoot anywhere from the court.
Chernick at the line now. He is 72% on the year from the charity stripe. His first one is good, so he's going to try to add to that total. He's a senior out of New York, the High School of Art and Design. And he makes his second one. So Cal leads by 1 now as Fortune brings it up. Sends it over to Williams, over to Marks. Marks to Jakubic, out to Williams, back to Jakubic. Jakubic sends it to Marks. Marks goes up, and he's going to be fouled on his way up. That's a shooting foul. So that'll be Edinboro's team third. Actually, team second, I apologize. That's a team second.
Armand Marks going against 2 fighting Scots there, getting inside and forcing the foul. That's the kind of plays you need.
Wade Chapman, the party on that one, who drew the foul. Marks not making his first free throw.
Vulcan struggled with their free throw game against Mercyhurst. Something they definitely need to improve.
And Marks making his second, increasing the lead 6-4 now for the Vulcans. Marsh brings it up, sends it over to Chapman. Chapman back to Marsh. Back to Chapman it goes. Chapman looks to take it in, pulls up and shoots. No good. Rebound by Edinboro. And now as Chernick has it, his shot will not fall. Marks with the rebound, and Cal's on the fast break. Sends it over to Jakubic. Shoots for 3. No good. Rebound by Terrio. Terrio holds on to it, but Edinboro can't hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be in possession of Edinboro. They're going to say the last person to touch it was a California player.
Not sure about that call, but what a play by Terrio there to flip the ball back and almost threw it out of bounds. But luckily, Jonathan Logan was there to get it back, and I almost knocked the ref into the scores table over there, and they're going to reverse it. And I think that's the right call.
I believe that's the right call, too. It looked like it was the last person to touch it was from Edinboro. I couldn't recall who exactly it was who was running the sidelines there. But now the inbound is made. Fortune has it. Fortune sends it to Jakubic, over to Marks. Marks looks to shoot, decides not to. Marks open for 3, and he misses off the backboard. Rebound by Johnny Marsh. Marsh sends it down low. It's up by Chernick. Chernick can't get a shot to ring. Rebound by Chris Williams.
Marsh doing a good job inside of getting the passes to Edinboro, but right now Edinboro is not converting on any of their shots.
There's a blocking foul on Chris Williams. And that'll be against number 15. That's Johnny Marsh. So that is California's 4th foul of the game already. 13:58 into this one. Well, 13:58 remaining in this one.
Cannot afford to get in the foul trouble against Edinboro, and especially get players like Chris Williams in the foul trouble. A tough break there as he just wasn't really aware of the Edinboro player around them, and he was moving his feet, and that's why he got called for the foul.
Chapman has it, sends it over to Marsh. Marsh back to Chapman. Chapman down low to Chernick. And rebound there by California. Dombrowski getting a nice rebound.
Chernick's missed a couple easy layups so far.
Fortune working back to Williams, looks to shoot 3, decides not to, and that's a foul on Edinboro.
Chris Williams drawing the foul here on the Fighting Scots. He thought about taking a 3, but smartly moved inside, and that is Xavier Chernick with the foul.
Art Cook now checking in for Josh Dombrowski, and that is the team 3rd for Edinboro. Bobby Davis now checks into the game for the first time for the Fighting Scots. Fortune has it. Goes down low, tries to put it up, and off the rim it goes, no good. Rebound by Chris Williams.
Chris Williams, there he is again. How about this rebounding performance by Chris Williams so far? Going against a team that's averaging over 50 rebounds a game.
Fortune for a long 2, he makes it. Good job by California getting some points there. They lead 8-4.
Good start so far. They're getting the rebounds down, and they're getting players like Fortune and Jackie Beck rolling early on with field goals. The start that exactly everybody wanted here for the Vulcans.
Chapman has it now, sends it over to Alex Moore. Alex Moore goes out of bounds, so California retains possession.
And the Vulcans are really doing a great job at taking it across these opportunities. So we see Chika Obi in the game now, the freshman out of Nigeria. He's a big man, 6'7". You can see if he can go inside there on Terrio, and for one of the a few Vulcans players that can match up to Terrio's size, standing at 6'7". And also Drew Cook into the game as well. Drew Cook, we saw him play 28 minutes against Mercyhurst. That was a season high, and he made the most of them, scoring 8 points.
Drew Cook now has it. Williams sends it to Fortune. Fortune takes it up the middle, out to Art Cook. He shoots 3, and it won't ring for him. Rebound by Chris Williams.
Chris Williams.
Fortune for 3. No good. Up and it goes. Rebound by Chris Williams. Puts it up.
Chris Williams.
And Chris Williams taking this team by storm.
It's the Chris Williams show early on here at the Convocation Center. 2 huge rebounds on that possession there, and forces a foul as Edinboro will take a timeout. You can see a lot of positive energy on the Vulcans bench, all because of Chris Williams.
Chris Williams really being a playmaker right now. 4 points in 8 minutes. Let's watch this rebounding, Matt.
And it's incredible. There's a hole back there, and RC Art Cook tried to tip it in, then go Chris Williams over 3 guys. Like the whole team's down there. He gets it to go and forces a foul. We talked about that in the open of what Chris Williams means to this team and how we can look to a senior like him to get things going. And Chris Williams is doing exactly just what we said earlier. It's a completely different team we saw in Mercyhurst on Wednesday. Just the energy, and just making their shots, concentrating and playing their game so far.
Doing a great job, especially working with Terrio down low. Really taking away from his game. Terrio, a big rebounder for the Fighting Scots. Hasn't done much early in this one. Williams won't make his second one. Rebound by Alex Moore. Marsh now brings it up for the Fighting Scots. Being pressured over to Moore. Moore sends it back to Marsh. Marsh being double teamed right now. Around the back pass to Moore. Now out to Chapman. Chapman shoots for a long 3. He's fouled as he shoots.
Lucky for the Vulcans that didn't go in, or that could have possibly been a 4-point play here.
And we are now at the second media timeout of the evening. And when we come back, the remainder of the first half coming up right here on CUTV. Stay tuned.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
You are watching CUTV, California University Television.
And we welcome you back to the stats ranking graphic in this one. California kind of on the lower edge there, but the one thing that they do lead in is scoring defense, 6th in the PSAC compared to Edinboro.
It's very impressive, and they need to play their best scoring defense against this. You saw there the second highest scoring offense in the PSAC so far this season.
Marsh brings it up now for the Fighting Scots. Over to Chapman. Chapman now to Bobby Davis. Down low to Terrio. Terrio working on Chika Obi. And there's a foul on the play. It looks like it's going to be against Chika Obi. So Terrio's going to go to the line for 2.
And we mentioned that earlier matchup with Chika Obi and Terrio, the two tallest guys on the court right now, and Terrio getting the best of Obi so far.
And his first one is good for Terrio. He is 94.7% from the free throw line. Pretty outstanding number. That's really where he excels.
See Armin Marks check back into the game for the Vulcans. And getting back to Terrio from the free throw stripe, most of his points, if I do remember correctly, as we also see Josh Dombrowski check into the game, Terrio got most of his points from the free throw line. He's just big inside, forces the fouls, and gets a lot of free throw opportunities.
He makes his second one. He makes the most of them. Drew Cook now has it. Drew Cook sends it over to Jakibic. Jakibic has it, tries to work down low, sends it back to Drew Cook. Drew Cook has it now and sends it over to Armin Marks. Armin Marks looks to make a move, goes down low, checks back, shoots a 2, off the rim. Rebound by Terrio.
I believe that's Terrio's first rebound of the game, so if he kept him off the rebound sheets for almost 10 minutes, that's pretty impressive, and it shows what the Vulcans have done so far.
That it is, as now Marsh has it, looks to work on Drew Cook. Takes a prayer shot, doesn't go, but he draws the foul, so California in early foul troubles. That's the team 7th already, and they are in bonus.
And that's something that Edinboro wanted to play the Vulcans into. Johnny Marsh, nice play there. Johnny Marsh doesn't have a field goal or point to his name so far, and he will change that right there.
Yeah, he does get the first one. The junior out of Bronx, New York, went to Impact Academy. And there he hits his second one, so they're making the most of their free throw chances early in this game. Edinboro is. Jakibic now has it. He sends it over to Drew Cook. Drew Cook back to Jakibic, checks up, back to Cook. He shoots for 3. Drew Cook off the rim, no good. Rebound by Alex Moore. Now Marsh has it. Dombrowski getting tangled up with Terrio right there for a little bit. Chapman now has it. Chapman trying to work right now, having problems. Sends it back to Marsh. Marsh has it, and there's a blocking foul on Edinboro, so that'll be a change of possession.
Looks like Drew Cook got hit in the face there, so another foul for Edinboro. Vulcan's trying to get Edinboro in foul trouble as well and get into the bonus. That is their team 5th foul. So we see Tynell Fortune checking into the game.
Bringing Tynell Fortune in to try to make some offensive production. California doing a good job of it so far in this game. They currently lead 10-8 still. Tynell has it over to Jakubic. Checks back to Tynell. Checks, shoots now for two. Off the rim. Rebound by Alex Moore. Alex Moore sends it over to Johnny Marsh. Marsh takes his time bringing the ball up. Sends it over to Bobby Davis now. Bobby Davis over to Jonathan Logan. Logan working right now. Sends it back to Davis. Down low to Terrio. Terrio shoots it out to Marsh. Marsh takes a nice two-point shot there, and he makes it, and it ties it up at 10.
Wow, what a pass there from Terrio. Just fired it right back to Marsh, and Marsh gets his first field goal of the game, and now it's suddenly a tie game.
Fortune has it now, sends it over to Jakubic. Now out to Art Cook. And Fortune has it back to Jakubic, shoots a three, and it's good. Jakubic getting his first 3 points in the game, and Cal leads 13-10.
And that's what you can see what Jakubic can produce. He can change the game on a dime. He can deliver clutch shots like that right there, and it's key to get his three-point game early on, and he's working it.
Alex Moore has it being pressured. Now Davis has it, sends it out to Marsh. Marsh down low to Terrio. Back to Logan, and he hits a three. So Edinboro answers back quickly.
Logan's right to Jakubic saying, anything you can do, I can do better. Logan with a clutch shot there, and it's tied again.
Jakubic looks to change that, sends it out to Art Cook. Fortune keeps it in. No half-court violation there. California doing a great job passing along the arc, and they're getting some open opportunities early. Mark sends it over to Fortune. Out to Jakubic. Jakubic pull up three, and off the rim it goes. Rebound by Terrio originally. Armin Marks makes a case of it, and it looks like California will have the inbound.
Credit Armand Marks for not giving up on the play there against a big hoss like Terrio is, and one of the best rebounders. He strips makes like a tie up there. The arms got together and tried to strip it away, but Terrio last touched it. So great play by Armand Marks to get the Vulcans the ball back.
Williams checks in, and so does Kenny Smith. He has it, and he sends it over to Fortune. Fortune puts it up and in. A nice fingertip roll for Fortune. He puts 2 points on.
And that hard work is continuing to pay off as Fortune now has 4 points. Something we didn't see, Fortune usually gets it going in the second half, and it's nice to see him produce early and set the Vulcans up for great things later in this half.
Davis has it, gives it back to Marsh. Marsh now gives it to Alex Moore. Moore down low to Terrio. Terrio turns, shoots, and a foul is drawn. Kenny Smith will be the guilty party on that one.
Terrio just completely dominating Kenny Smith inside there, and you'll get another free throw attempt. That's what Terrio likes to do, and he, like you said earlier, he makes the most of them with 94.6%.
Now we have the third media timeout of the first half. And let's go ahead and take a look at some highlights, Matt.
Tynell Fortune with the ball there. It's going off. The play we're looking at here is Chris Williams, especially going inside on like the whole team there, and he gets it in. Chris Williams has definitely been the player of the game so far, making it happen early on. And then Jake Jakubic, great three-pointer there as well.
Yeah, Jakubic really helping out the team there. He can spark a team. He just hasn't done it really as of late this season. And there you see Edinboro answering right back there with a three-point shot of their own after Jakubic's.
Tynell Fortune with 4 points early on. He's doing a nice job working inside. They're working inside, no three-pointers yet, which mostly his game. As now we take a look at the PSAC West standings, you see the cream of the crop there at IUP. They were picked first in the PSAC West. And then Mercyhurst, 2-0, we saw on Wednesday. They didn't start off so well, but now they're right in the pack with IUP. And now Cal and Edinboro, they're looking for their first wins of the season, the PSAC, and both of them sit in the bottom. And really, if the loser of this game is going to be in a huge hole.
Yeah, it can make a huge impact. Edinboro, if they lose, they go 0-3. California improves to 1-3. And there you see head coach Bill Brown has to be happy with his team's performance in the early stages of this game. But nonetheless, he can't be too happy with the foul problems that California's in. They currently have 18 fouls, sends Terrio to the line his second time, and he makes his third free throw of the game.
he's got to be upset that he's letting Terrio go to the line. He continues to just hit him as we go. There's another one.
Terrio makes his fourth. So Tynell Fortune has it now. We're all tied at 15, 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Fortune has it. He sends it out to Chris Williams. Chris Williams checks up, throws to Marks. Fortune back at the top of the key now. Sends it to Jakibic. Jakibic out to Fortune again. He's pressured. He goes along the arc. Out to Chris Williams. He shoots for a pull-up three, nails it. And that's Chris Williams. He puts another 3 points up on the board for the California Vulcans.
Chris Williams, we've been calling his name a lot so far, and for good reason. Big three-pointer there to get the Vulcans the lead back. And the Vulcans have struggled with their three-point shots, and Chris Williams knowing how to make them easily as we see Edinboro work inside now.
And Marsh takes a three of his own. Off the rim it goes. Rebound by Armin Marks. Armin Marks 2-on-1 over to Fortune, and Fortune puts it up and in. Great job by Fortune. And Chris Williams amping up this crowd right now, and California leads by 5.
Armand Marks, the playmaker for the Vulcans, making it happen there against Fortune. You saw Fortune white down the court, has good vision, gave Fortune the ball, and he simply put it in. 20-15 now.
Now we see Jonathan Logan with it. Gives it back to Johnny Marsh. Marsh has it. Sends it down low to Terrio, puts it up and in. And that's where he can be effective, making those quick plays on the turnaround shot.
Terrio, it's easy for him. He's been doing it for years.
Pull-up three for Jakibic, 2 points. His foot was on the line. And a timeout by Edinboro. California leads 22-17, 5:54 remaining in the first half. Matt, if you take a look at some of the highlights here. Chris Williams, what a three.
You can't say enough about what Chris Williams has done in this game. He's just been doing it all. 3-point shots, down low, rebounds, and then Armand Marks getting it inside there to Tynell Fortune. Fortune's now got 6 points in the game, and we saw there's Terrio having a nice game so far. He's just doing what he does best under the boards. And Edinboro forced in this timeout due to this three there by Jake Jakibic. 2 straight three-pointers for the Vulcans. You see a disgusted look on the Edinboro coach's face there, and he was very adamant in his team's timeout.
Yeah, that is Pat Cleary, the head coach of Edinboro. Not too happy at all. Chris Williams and Jakibic tied at 7 points each. Tynell Fortune with 6 points, and the only other Vulcan with a point in this game is Armin Marks, and he has 2. Other than that, not much other scoring for the Vulcans early in this game. Marsh has it now. Sends it over to Alex Moore. Moore still has it. Sends it over to Marsh. Marsh works on Drew Cook now. Back to nobody. And Chris Williams tries to keep it in. Tries to work on the fast break, but nothing happening. Goes out of bounds on Edinboro. California does get the ball back.
Errant pass there by Edinboro, and their turnovers have been up so far, and that's why they find themselves down 5 here.
Jakibic sends it over to Drew Cook on the inbound. Out to Art Cook now. Kenny Smith has it over to Jakibic. Jakibic works on Alex Moore now, out to Williams, over to Cook. Cook working now, he sends it up, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Bobby Davis.
Foul.
We see a foul on the play. So that'll be California's team 9th foul. And that foul is on Chris Williams, and that's his 2nd personal foul of the evening.
Can't afford to get Chris Williams into foul trouble, what he's done in this game. He has been the difference so far for the Vulcans, why they have the lead so far against Edinboro. See Edinboro go to the line, they've been done pretty well from the free throw stripe so far.
And his shot will not ring. Bobby Davis can't get it to go. Now Kenny Smith has it, sends it over to Art Cook. Chris Williams to Drew Cook. A lot of fast passing here from the Vulcans. Out to Williams, checks up, over to Art Cook for 3. And that tickles the rim, no good. Rebound by Chris Williams. And that one will be stolen away by Edinboro. Marsh has it, sends it down to Alex Moore. Alex Moore steps out of bounds. So California will be able to get the ball back. We see some Tynell Fortune checking in now for the Vulcans.
You just see Marsh doing his play. That's why he leads the team in assists. He could have took the shot. He didn't. He fed it inside to his teammate Alex Moore, and unfortunately the pass was too strong, and Moore had to extend out and did not corral the ball with his foot in bound. It was 4:21 left in the game.
Drew Cook now has it.
First half. My fault.
Now Fortune still has it. Fortune working the arc right now, sends it out to Drew Cook. He shoots for three, and he nails it. Drew Cook getting some 3 points of his own. 4 minutes remaining. California leads 25-17.
How about the play from the freshman Drew Cook in these last 2 games? He got to earn his minutes, and he's earning them again here. He had 28 minutes against Mercyhurst, and he's making a big integral part of this offense. Now he's playing great defense as well.
That he is, as Alex Moore now has it, sends it out to Marsh. Marsh drives the lane, pulls up and shoots, no good. And put back a few times by Edinboro, rebound by Moore. Jakubic steals the ball away. Jakubic sends it way over, no good there, but Tynell shoots. That one won't fall. Smith with the rebound, and that's a foul on Edinboro.
Nice play by Kenny Smith to be aware of the ball and misses the ball. Fortune missed the shot, and Kenny Smith with 4 Edinboro defenders around him. Doing a nice job there forcing the foul. We have immediate timeout here.
When we come back, the rest of the first half right here on CUTV.
Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV. Log on. Tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
With 18 institutions, My Conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, My Conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, My Conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And we welcome you back to the Convocation Center here. California currently leads Edinboro 25-17 as we now leave the 4th media timeout of the first half. And there you see Kenny Smith. He's going to go to the free throw line for a shot at 2.
Kenny Smith getting some playing time here. The one player for the Vulcans that I've noticed, I don't think he's even stepped foot in the court so far, has been Alonzo Murphy. Alonzo Murphy with that great start to the season. And he has been battling a hand injury, so it could be possibly that. But it's definitely tough to see one of the Vulcans' best players so far this season.
Kenny Smith hits his first one, and he misses his second. Rebounded by Edinboro. Marsh has it. Kenny Smith is 50% from the free throw line this year, and he keeps that pretty accurate with that attempt. Now out to Marsh. Marsh now sends it to Chapman. Down low to Terrio. Back to Marsh. He drives the lane, and his shot is good off the backboard.
Nice shot there by Johnny Marsh. He's
Brandon Cunningham taking a shot now. And that shot is rebounded by Drew Cook. Out to Brandon Cunningham. He looks to take another one, and he does. No good. Rebound by the Vulcans.
I love this rebound play so far with the Vulcans. And I'm starting to wonder, are the Vulcans the team with 50 rebounds a game, or is Edinboro the team with 50 rebounds a game? They're doing a tremendous, tremendous job.
By watching this game, you couldn't tell the difference. Tynell Fortune has it, sends it over to Drew Cook. Tynell has it again, sends it over to Brandon Cunningham. Back to Cook, over to Fortune, sends it down low to Cook. Cunningham has it, sends it to Drew Cook at the top of the key. Fortune for 3. No good off the rim. And that'll go out of bounds. So Edinboro will have possession.
Interesting play there by the Vulcans on that possession, taking a couple tough shots. But Edinboro looks to cut into the lead now. 7-point lead with 2:06 remaining.
Johnny Marsh brings it up court for the Fighting Scots. Over to Chapman now. Back to Marsh. Long three for Marsh. No good. Off the rim. Rebound. And a slam home dunk from Jonathan Logan.
Oh my goodness. Jonathan Logan with a great awareness there. Just goes inside uncontested and uses that left hand for the first dunk of the game by any team.
Down low to Cunningham. Cunningham has it again. Sends it to Drew Cook. Fortune now has it. Sets the offense. Cunningham back out to Drew Cook. Fortune with it now. Back to Drew Cook. And that one goes off of Jonathan Logan. It looks like we're going to go ahead and see a foul on Cal U. That's their 10th foul of the game, so now double bonus for Edinboro.
Jonathan Logan making plays both offensively and defensively for the Fighting Scots in these past couple of series. We see three Vulcans players are about to check in. It looks like it's going to be Jake Jakuback, Armand Marks, and Josh Dombrowski.
Jonathan Logan, the senior out of Rochester, he makes his first. 66% from the free throw line this year, Jonathan Logan is. We see those names that you mentioned earlier checking into the game now. Jonathan Logan can't get the second one to fall. Rebound by Art Cook. Fast-paced offense here from California. Timeout called by Jake Jakubic. Smart decision there as he was being double teamed down low. 1:15 remaining in the first half. Matt, a very impressive showing here from Cal U. We really didn't expect it against a team in Edinboro who averages rebounds of 50 a game. And like you said, you can't tell the difference if you watch this game and don't read the stat sheets.
And you really can, and this is the type of performance that the Vulcans need to turn around their season. And you know, I kind of expected this because, you know, Coach Bill Brown doing his best, and that's why he's been here for as many years. He's been here for 15 years. It's just he knows how to get it done in practice. After the Mercyhurst game, he probably made some great adjustments, got his players to play well, and now they're at home and they're having a nice performance so far. Looking to finish strong here in this first half.
That's the key there, is you have to finish strong. You can start as strong as you want. It's all about finishing it up. Jakubic has it now. Sends it to Armand Marks. Marks now has it, looks to drive down low, puts it up and in. A minute remains in this first half. California leads by 6.
Off the bench, here comes Armand Marks for his first couple points of the game there. It's now a 6-point lead.
Marsh has it. He's gonna try to send it down low, and a shot gets rejected by Josh Dombrowski.
I'll tell you what, Dombrowski's gonna get called for a foul there, I believe, but that is a wonderful, wonderful play right there. Shutting down Xavier Chernak. Chernak wanting to dunk at home, but Dombrowski had none of that.
Chernak hits his first one. The senior out of New York. And we see Kenny Smith now checking into the game for Josh Dombrowski. Dombrowski has 2 personal fouls on the evening.
Interesting to see the nice playing time Kenny Smith's been getting, probably most he's had all season.
Chernak hits his second. 41 seconds remain, so the shot clock will stay on. R. Cook now sends it over to Jake Jakubic.
Unfortunately enough, the Vulcans will not be able to run the clock down all the way with the shot clock still on, but look to get another point here. Head momentum in the locker rooms.
Or if they get a rebound, which they've been known to do, they can easily hold the ball on to the last second. Jakubic has it. Sends it over to Drew Cook. 10 on the shot clock now. Jakubic holds on to it. Looks to shoot, can't. Armand Marks has to make something happen here. 3 on the shot clock. And that's a travel on California with 6.6 seconds left in the first half. And it looks like Edinboro is going to have a chance to make something happen here in 6 seconds.
They put their best shooters in the game, as well as we see Chapman come into the game, as well as Xavier Chernak.
Sends it over to Chapman. Chapman can't get his shot to fall, and no rebound will be made.
Tell you what, this is going to call a foul. Edinboro's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line before the half.
That they are. As now some of the players are confused. They're heading over to the bench now. It looks like number 11, Jonathan Logan's going to get them to go to the line.
And there's exactly no time on the clock, so this is the last thing, but you can't end the half on a defensive foul, so Edinboro will get one last chance.
They're putting 0.4 seconds on the clock.
He's on the floor. He'll take 2 shots for Edinboro.
He's going to go ahead and take 2 shots. Jonathan Logan makes his first.
Edinboro has been rock solid from the free throw line so far, 85.7%.
And he's going to help that total add up. And Kenny Smith doesn't even try to throw up a prayer there. He's just going to go to halftime with that 3-point lead that they now have. 2-point lead that they now have, I apologize. California leads Edinboro 28-26 here at the Convocation Center. When we come back, second half action on CUTV. Stay tuned.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest can't. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on.
And we welcome you back to the CalU Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania. And we have come to the end of halftime. California leads Edinboro 28-26. And Matt, it has been an absolutely impressive game so far for California as you take a look at the Trip Total Media halftime stats.
I think considering the opponent, it's been their best game all season. You see the Vulcans 11-34 shooting, 3-pointers 3 for 12. It's doing a nice job shutting down Edinboro's three-point game. This is the difference though. This is why Edinboro came back in the game. 13 for 15 compared to 3 for 7 for the free throw line. They got the Vulcans in foul trouble and they went to the line a lot. They got in the double bonus. But the other stat I want to take a look at here are the rebounds. 23 rebounds for the Vulcans, 16 for Edinboro, and that is against a team like Edinboro that has averaged 50 rebounds a game, excuse me. And one of the big reasons here as we look at the first replay has been the play of Chris Williams. Chris Williams has been the team's leading rebounder. He's done it all, from the shot from three-point and then also in the layup. Nice shot here from Jonathan Logan. That was the only three-pointer Edinboro has made so far this game.
Yeah, you take a look there. There's a three-pointer from Chris Williams himself. He has 7 points on the day so far, 3 of 4 from the field. He is 1 for 1 outside the arc, and there you saw it back there a couple minutes ago. But a couple other supporting casts have been coming in for California, Kenny Smith being one of them. And you see Marsh making some points of his own there. Marsh really directing that Edinboro offense very well so far in this game. And there you see that slam home dunk from Jonathan Logan off that rebounded shot. He really impressed us with that one. Nobody expected that to come. There you see Coach Bill Brown, the legendary coach, the longest tenured coach in the PSAC. He's got to be happy. I mean, it's just a matter of holding on for California. You got to hold on to your lead, and you got to keep playing at that pace that you started this game with.
Take a notice here that Alonzo Murphy has seen his first action of the game so far.
Battling that hand injury, but he looked to be shooting well in warm-ups. And Chris Williams sends it down low to Murphy. He puts it up and in, so it doesn't take Murphy long at all to get his first 2 points of the game.
What hand injury? He looked fine right there with a nice right-hand shot there with a taped-up right hand.
And now Marsh has it. Sends it to Terrio outside the arc. Terrio loses it. Alonzo Murphy getting in there and trying to take the ball away from him.
Murphy's not even in the game for a minute. He's already making a difference.
He can be that impact player that controls Terrio. As now we see a foul on the play. It looks like that's going to be a shooting foul. Looks like it's going to be on the floor against Jakubic, actually. No shooting foul there, and there you saw it there. It wasn't a shooting foul, I apologize.
Third foul so far for Jakubic.
Tynell Fortune has it on the inbound. Out to Marks. Marks shoots, no good. Terrio rebounds. And now Marsh has it. Marsh sends it down to Chapman. Chapman has it. He's working on Jakubic, now spins into a wall of Alonzo Murphy, and Chris Williams goes nowhere with it. Now we see Drew Cook checking into the game for Jake Jakubic.
Tell you what, Jake Jakubic was very, very close to getting his fourth foul there. Fortunately enough, Chapman missed him when he lost the ball and went out of bounds.
And there you see a shot there from Chernick. Doesn't go in.
So you're calling a foul on Tynell Fortune?
I don't believe it's going to be a shooting foul, though. Both parties kind of confused right now. The refs are talking this one over. California kind of confused as to what's going on as well.
Just two refs standing on the floor, and the one's kind of walked over the scorer's table.
Still a little bit of confusion here. California currently leads Edinboro 30-26, 18:50 remaining in the game. The refs are still talking this one over. They're not sure exactly what's going on. Bill Brown a little concerned as to what's going on. He gets up off his chair. He's talking to his players, trying to coach them to keep them in check. And it looks like it's going to be an intentional foul on Terrio. He's going to have 2 shots.
Interesting call there by the officials. They're still discussing it, and
it looks like they may be coming to the box, and that's what's going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and send it to break. When we come back, we will have second half action right here on CUTV. And we welcome you back to the Convocation Center. We had to take a temporary break. The referees wanted to see if that basket was good, and it indeed was not. So Terrio is going to have a free 2 shots here, makes his first and his second. And Terrio has been stalled from the charity stripe. And now the Vulcans lead by 2, 18:50 remaining in this contest.
Terrio shooting free throws is like clockwork. He just continues to get it done, and he'll get opportunities like that.
And now we're going to have an inbound for Edinboro. It's taken by Marsh. Marsh over to Terrio. Now out to Jonathan Logan. Marsh almost lost it there, but he puts the shot up. No good. Foul on the play. That's going to be 2 shots for Marsh.
Now 3 fouls to none for Edinboro in the second half here. The foul play is continuing to haunt the Vulcans here in the second half, as they really need to change that.
Marsh can't make his first one, shooting 61% from the charity stripe this year. And his second shot will go. So now the Vulcans lead by 1. Tynell Fortune brings it up. Fortune over to Drew Cook. Over to Chris Williams now. Chris Williams at the top of the key, over to Fortune. He's going to come down low and gets the and one opportunity. Tynell Fortune gets fouled on his way up, and he's going to go to the charity stripe for 1 more.
That's a solid play there by Tynell Fortune. Going inside, almost like he ran right by the Edinboro defender. He got fouled on the way up, and he'll get that at the roll. Big play for the Vulcans, getting much needed points here.
Past everyone like they were standing still. Fortune can't get his shot to fall. Rebound is by Chris Williams. Sends it back out to Drew Cook and over to Fortune now. They're going to reset at the offense.
Can't say enough about the rebounds from Chris Williams. They've been so huge.
Williams over to Armin Marks now. Down low to Alonzo Murphy, trying to work on Terrio, but Terrio wasn't having it. He draws the foul, though. Alonzo Murphy's going to go to the line for 2.
I think Alonzo Murphy's had the most success working against Ryan Terrio so far, and Murphy's not even played the first half, and he draws the second foul on Terrio and will go to the line for the first time today.
He can definitely get Terrio into foul trouble, and if that happens, Edinboro has to find a way to get around. Terrio has undoubtedly been a huge player for them.
And the Vulcans really, really need to work out the free throw issues.
Yeah, Murphy misses that first one. Doesn't help anything here. Goes for a second, and he makes it. Now the inbound is made. It goes to Marsh. Now over to Chapman. Back to Marsh. Over to Chapman. Sound like a broken record at this point. Now down low to Chernick. Chernick gets his shot to fall for 2.
Really haven't seen Chernick get many baskets to fall inside, but he gets inside there and continues to respond. Almost now turning into a back and forth game.
Fortune has it now. He's trying to go in, but he just can't find anything open. Sends it over to Chris Williams now. Drew Cook checks it back. Now to Fortune. 8 on the shot clock now. Drew Cook has it. Chris Williams has it out to Armin Marks. 3 on the shot clock. Chris Williams has to shoot. That's going to be a shot clock violation. He gets it to fall.
It's gonna count.
They're going to count that.
I believe that's going to count. The Edinboro coach is irate, but it sounded like he didn't get that off.
Pat Cleary not happy at all as Marsh's shot's no good now. And everything's starting to fall in Cal U's favor. Pat Cleary, he is very, very disgusted with what's going on in this game right now.
I actually believe Pat Cleary has a case for that because I don't think Chris Williams got that shot off before the buzzer hit.
I don't believe he did either. But nonetheless, that's what the referees believe. Bobby Davis checks into the game for Edinboro. Fortune has it now. Sends it over to Drew Cook. Marks works down low. That's going to be a foul.
I believe that's going to be on Chapman.
Yeah, I believe it is. That's why he's checking out now, and Alex Moore will check in for Edinboro. That's the 4th team foul there for Edinboro.
3rd for Chapman, and Chapman had that huge game against Seton Hill on Wednesday, and he's been a non-factor. I'll credit the Vulcans there.
Drew Cook now has it. Sends it over to Fortune, shoots for 2, and he gets it to go. Fortune getting a lot of points going for the Vulcans.
And now it's Tynell Fortune time. It's the second half. This is when he makes the most here, and right now gets a nice jumper there, and the Vulcans suddenly have a 6-point lead.
Fortune has 10 points on the evening. Chris Williams with 9. And now down low it goes to Bobby Davis. Kicks it out to Moore. Moore has it. Tries to go up. Terrio gets in the way, though. They're going to call the foul on California, but Tynell Fortune and company trying to plead their case.
First of all, nice play there by Alex Moore keeping the ball in there, but they wonder if Terrio bumped in Alonzo Murphy on the play, but nonetheless they will call the foul on Alonzo Murphy after Alex Moore went up to actually will not be a shooting foul.
Yeah, it's an over-the-back foul there. The inbound goes way back to Marsh, who brings it up now. 16 minutes remain in the second half. Now Logan has it. Jonathan Logan looks to shoot. Chris Williams on the defense. Terrio working on Murphy now. Murphy says, get out of here. But Edinboro draws the foul.
And send Terrio back to his favorite place on the court, the free throw line. You know, Murphy was having a nice job. It was still a nice play there by Murphy, but just a tough break. He still got called for a foul, got hand. So
that's his 3rd foul of the game. And we have a media timeout, as you said, Matt. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the replays from the second half so far. And we'll start it with Tynell Fortune.
Tynell Fortune's probably been the best offensive player for the Vulcans so far, as he gets a nice, actually drew the foul. That was actually an N1. And then we see that is Xavier Chernak for Edinboro. I believe that is his first field goal of the game right there. And then Chris Williams, can't say enough about what he's done so far in this game. Rebounds both sides of the ball.
Chris Williams has 8 rebounds on the evening. Nice. The only other Vulcan to come close to him is Art Cook with 3. But you can always go on and check out our broadcast online. Either you can log on to cutv.calu.edu/live, or you can check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/CUTV Sports 1. That's the best way to keep up with our broadcasts. If you don't have Armstrong Cable, Atlantic Broadband Cable, if you don't have Comcast On Demand, you can always go on to CUTV Online and check out our programming, check out our live view stream on cutv.calu.edu. You can always keep up to date with us via the internet.
And also, we also have some, if you missed a Vulcan football game this season, one of the high school games we called this season, and even some basketball games that we called this season, they're all there, and they're all convenient on our YouTube page.
Give this show about 2 days or so from the current date that we are on, Saturday, so about Monday, you'll be probably watching this on the internet as Terrio hits his first shot.
Now that sounds like a broken record. Us saying Ryan Terrio's gotten all his free throws, and he continues to impress.
Yeah, he doesn't miss that one either. He's perfect from the charity stripe this evening.
9 for 9. 8 for 8, excuse me.
Now California has it. They lead by 4. Sends it over to Drew Cook. Fortune has it. Over to Marks. Marks to Drew Cook. Fortune looks for the shot, checks up though. Marks has it. Now to Fortune, down low to Dombrowski, takes the shot, no good. And it looks like it's going to be rebounded by Edinboro. Marsh has it. Fast break. Looks like Logan has it, sends it over to Marsh again. Marsh working on Drew Cook right now. That's a reaching in foul on Armin Marks.
One more foul, the Fighting Scots will be in the bonus.
Actually, that's a Drew Cook foul there. That's his second foul of the evening. And it's 16th foul of the evening, of the half rather, for the Vulcans. Now Marsh has it, taking his time. Sends it over to Jonathan Logan. And that's a double dribble if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
And now the California Vulcans have a chance to inbound, and they're not going to waste any time. Donnell Fortune has it. Sends it over to Armin Marks. Back to Fortune, now to Cook. Fortune has it, sends it over to Marks. Now down to Tynell Fortune. Baseline three, no good. Back to Marks. Drew Cook has it. Now Drew Cook has it again, looks to drive. Pull up two, no good. Rebound by Alex Moore. Now Jonathan Logan with it. Back to Marsh. Johnny Marsh with it. Down low to Terrio. Almost uncontested there. All the Vulcans who were defending Terrio couldn't keep their defense.
Terrio up to 14 points. You know, he just continues to, he just plays his game, and the Vulcans are letting him open opportunities like that.
Over half his points are from the charity stripe. Now Drew Cook over to Marks. Marks pulls up for two, no good, draws a foul. And that's going to be a shooting foul there, so Armin Marks gets to go to the line for two.
Good play there by Armin Marks to draw the foul there. Kind of unnecessary foul for the Edinboro player. It was Bobby Davis who ran into him when he was shooting the ball.
Armin Marks, guard. He's a junior out of Louisville, Kentucky.
James Madison transfer, so D1 experience right there.
It's always great experience to have on a D2 team like this. He gets his first shot to fall. Now we see Chapman checking in for Edinboro. And we also see Art Cook checking in for Drew Cook now. No relation there, even though with the same last names. And now Marks hits his second and increases the lead to 4. Now Marsh has it. Sends it over to Moore, now over to Chapman. Open for the pass is Marsh, now down low to Terrio. And now Marsh looks to take a shot, and he hits it for two.
We really haven't called Marsh's name a lot, but he's a nice field goal there to cut the lead to 2 points. We can see Mark's averaging like 20 points a game, well under that.
Now Fortune has it. Over to Art Cook, now to Marks. Marks passing along the arc it goes. Fortune dives down, sends it to Marks, out to Fortune again. Out to Art Cook. Chris Williams now in, Josh Dombrowski. And the and one opportunity. Josh Dombrowski makes the most of his opportunities down low, and he gets that one to fall.
Great play there by Dombrowski, but an even better pass from Chris Williams. He had Ryan Terrio all up in his face, and he got able to get it to Dombrowski and then force the foul and one shot. Just can't say enough what Chris Williams has done. It's just been amazing.
Gets a nice assist there. Dombrowski can't get his free throw to go. Terrio rebounds. Art Cook back to defend now. There you see Alex Moore passing it out to Chapman. Over to Marsh now. Marsh over to Chapman for three. Nails it. And Edinboro now only trails by one. 12:27 remains in this game.
And it was only a matter of time before Chapman was going to start hitting his shots. He had a huge game against Seton Hill, as we mentioned earlier. And now if it's heating up, the Vulcans are going to have a big challenge.
That they are, and they're struggling as of late. They're not carrying that same momentum as they had in the first. Fortune has it. 11 on the shot clock now. Marks for three, nails it. A very strongly contested three-point shot there, but Marks still finds a way to drain it.
Pretty nice response there to the Chapman's three by Marks' three right there. Marks is also starting to heat up. This is a player that the Vulcans need. They can get a lot of production out of Marks. They're going to be in great shape with you got Williams and Fortune out on the court as well.
Now Marsh has it. Marsh sends it way down low for the alley-oop. No good. Rebound by Art Cook. Fast break opportunity here for Armin Marks. Puts it up himself, and it goes in off the front of the board there. Drops into the rim, and it's good for two.
Armin Marks showing his presence so far. He's got last 5 points, has extended this lead out to 46-40.
Chapman has it. Looks to put it in, no good. Terrio on the rebound, puts it back in. The Vulcans lead by 4.
You know, Terrio picking up the garbage there. He's just right there. He's been so big at 6'9", he just tips it ball right in. He can do that with that size of it.
Now Armin Marks has it. He's going to check up for a second, send it over to Art Cook. Back to Marks. Marks for three. Feeling frisky, no good there. Rebound by number 21, Chernick. And now Marsh has it. Sends it over to Terrio. Out to Alex Moore. Shot from Marsh. No good, off the backboard. Rebound by California. It looks like we're having a jump ball. It looks like it's going to stay in the possession of California, but we're going to have a media timeout with 10:29 remaining. When we come back to the remainder of the second half here on CUTV, stay tuned.
Need to know what's happening in your area? CUTV News Center brings you your best local news. Events on and around campus. Local weather. Vulcan sports coverage. CUTV News Center, live, Thursdays at 5.
We welcome you back to the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania. There you see Bill Brown talking his team here through the second media timeout of the game, of the half rather. And now we see Chapman going to the line for 2 for the Edinboro Fighting Scots. Actually, I apologize. An inbound from Edinboro. Terrio has it. And 10 seconds remain on the shot clock for Marsh and company as he has it. Marsh drives, sends it out to Logan. Logan, no good. Rebound by Chris Williams. Jackie Bick has it on the fast break, sends it to Marks. Now out to Chris Williams. Chris Williams for 2. Nails it. Chris Williams helps the Vulcans increase to a 6-point lead.
Without question, the MVP of the game, and that was his 9th rebound he got on the last defensive possession. Now he gets another basket to fall. He's got 11 points, 1 more rebound. He's got himself a double-double.
Chapman now works on Jackie Bick, pulls up and shoots. He gets it to fall. Chapman heating up as of late, and they're trying to keep the Vulcans from getting out to a big lead.
He really has, and like I said, he had trying to fall off to 31 points. He has 5 points now, and they've all just came in the last 5 minutes.
Our Cook has it now, sends it over to Marks. Shoots, no good. And Chris Williams can't get his shot to go. Terrio sends it out of bounds. And it looks like number 40 is going to check in for the Edinboro Fighting Scots. That's Samuel Sealy James.
I believe that's the first time Terrio's checked out of the game. He's played every minute so far. And he's a big man, 6'9". He just works hard, and he's one of the toughest players I've seen.
Marks has it, trying to drive the lane. Sends it out to Art Cook. Marks to Cook now. And a steal from Edinboro. Marsh has it. Jackie Bick strips the ball away. And it looks like possession's going to be in the favor of California.
Yeah, the ball rolled out of bounds after Marsh could not handle it after the pass there. Last touched by Marsh. Vulcans get the ball back.
Out to Chris Williams now. Jackie Bick has it. Drew Cook now has it. Sends it over to Jackie Bick. Now back to Jackie Bick. And it will be a kickball. It'll go out of bounds. And now we see Alonzo Murphy checking into the game for the Vulcans. Looks like he's going to check in for Art Cook.
Sorry about that, Tyler. Murphy had a nice possession when he was out in the court earlier this half. He's playing with that hand, dealing with that hand injury. He did a nice job. As still see Terrio sitting on the bench. I'm surprised. It looked like when he was standing up, I thought Eddie was going to come right back into the game, maybe just take a quick breather, but yeah, it's not the case.
Jackie Bick has it now. Sends it over to Drew Cook. Takes a 3, and he nails it. Drew Cook adds 3 more points to the board for the Vulcans.
Second 3-pointer by the freshman out of Beaver Falls. Drew Cook had a great game against Mercyhurst, and now he's continuing to earn more playing time. We see a hard foul there. I think that could be Jackie Beck's 4th foul.
Not sure exactly who that's against. Nonetheless, it's a team 7th. Chris Williams looks to be the guilty party there. That's his 3rd personal foul. That's going to send Chapman to the line for a 1-and-1.
And Edinboro is now in the bonus. Got to watch getting Chris Williams in foul trouble. He's the best player on the court so far today.
And that one's good, so Chapman's going to get a chance for another go. Art Cook now checking in for Armin Marks. Chapman's second shot is good. Vulcans currently lead by 5. Jackie Bick has it. He sends it over to Art Cook now. Chris Williams with it, sends it to Alonzo Murphy, works, and he gets 2 points there.
See Murphy going inside there. There's no Brian Terrio to defend for. You can see the difference of Edinboro's inside play when Terrio's on the bench and when he's on the court.
Sends it out to Marsh. Marsh gets his shot to fall and gets an and-one opportunity.
That's just a nice play by Marsh inside and draws the foul, gets his basket to fall. Marsh, I believe he's in double digits points. He is with 11 points with an opportunity to add the 12 there. It's just nice players. We have a media timeout.
7 minutes and 43 seconds remain in this game. California leads 53-48, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights Josh Dombrowski getting a nice couple points there, drawing the and one opportunity.
That was off a nice pass from Chris Williams, as we see Henry Chapman really getting to go in 5 points in the last couple of minutes after being shut out in the first half. And then Armand Marks responding to that three-pointer with a three of his own. He had 5 points of his own in this span as well.
Keep talking about Armand Marks there. He goes ahead and puts one up behind the back. Gets it to go over and in. There you see the Cal U dance team dancing to Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. And it was snowing earlier in the day yesterday, but let's look at some of the upcoming broadcasts here. Commencement is upon us. The seniors are ready to graduate on the 13th and 14th. We will be shooting the commencement for California University of Pennsylvania. And we have a little bit of a winter break. January 11th will be our next one at Pitt Johnstown. January 15th here at Clarion. And then we go to IUP, the KCAC.
Always a fun time going up to the Kovalchik Center and IUP. They did a great job. Like the Convocation Center here, a new building and newer building, the PSAC. I'm really looking forward to that Pitt Johnstown trip. First time the Vulcans have played Pitt Johnstown as a member in the PSAC.
Marsh can't get his shot to fall. Rebound by Drew Cook. Jackie Bick has it now. Armand Marks with it now, sends it over to Art Cook. Jackie Bick for three. No good. Rebound by Jackie Bick. Out to Armand Marks. Down to Drew Cook, and they're going to reset a little bit here. Shot clock nice and fresh for him. Drew Cook has it. He's working right now on Marsh. He's had a big smile on his face there as Murphy tries to put one up and in. No good. Rebound by Art Cook. Jackie Bick has it now. California regaining a lot of confidence here.
They're just using these long possessions. They had some of these in the first half to really change the tide of this game. And right now, this has been a great one. Great rebounds, great plays by Drew Cook, Alonzo Murphy.
Drew Cook gets swatted away there from James. Fast break here for Chapman. Chapman puts it up. That ball gets swatted, but it'll be a foul on Art Cook.
Boy, big block there at start. We'll see the replay here at Chapman trying to add to his point total this second half. But going back earlier, we had the center. That was the center. Samuel James, who's playing the center out when Terrio's been on the bench. As first free throws missed, Terrio is indeed checking back in the game. So nice play there by Samuel James.
Tydell Fortune also checking into the game for Jake Jackibick, who has his fourth personal foul of the game. That was not on Art Cook. It was actually on Jake Jackibick. Chapman doesn't get his second one to ring. Rebound from California. And Armand Marks has it. Armand Marks over to Art Cook now. Now back to Tynell Fortune. 6:23 remaining in this one. Art Cook now has it over to Tynell Fortune. Down low to Alonzo Murphy. He pulls up and shoots. No good. But it goes in. No basket counted, though. It looks like that's going to be a foul on Armand Marks.
He pushed 11 Jonathan Logan out of the way, and he gets called for the foul. And Edinboro now enters the double bonus. Very huge for Edinboro as they look to cut in this 5-point lead with 6:13 to go.
Now double bonus for Edinboro. So Jonathan Logan gets to go to the line for two. His first shot, no good. So the free throw shooting for Edinboro kind of declining here in the later stages of the game. You could imagine that if it was a little bit more on point, that this game would be much, much closer.
Absolutely, and it's already closer because of what Terrio's done at the line. He missed his first one there. That was 3 in a row they missed.
Now Drew Cook has it. Over to Tynell Fortune with these long relay passes. Now over to Murphy. Fortune now directing traffic. Way out to Drew Cook. Now to Tynell Fortune. Out to Cook. Cook checks up. Sends it out to Marks. Marks trying to dig down low. Sends it back out to Fortune. He saves it from going out of bounds. Fortune sends up a prayer. Gets fouled on his way up. So he's going to go to the line for 2.
Fortune's done a great job of drawing fouls, especially from just beyond the arc. He had one of the 2 possessions ago, and Fortune will go to the line here. They're in the bonus, but this is a 3-point foul, so they'll have some shots as he misses his first one.
That it is a 3-point foul, but can't get his first one to go. So now we see Alex Moore checking into the game now. Tynell Fortune, junior out of Harlem. And his second one doesn't go either. Rebound by Terrio, sends it out of bounds, so California gets the ball back even though the rebound was by Edinboro.
Pat Cleary on the sideline shaking his head. It's kind of one of the more dumber plays that Terrio's made today. No awareness. He just heaved the ball down the court trying to save the rebound. I appreciate the effort, but you got to have some awareness out there.
A 2-shot foul there for Tynell Fortune. Marks now has it. Marks shoots. No good. Rebound by Terrio. And he gives it to Marsh to take up court. 5:15 remaining in the game. California leads by 4. Now we see Logan working with it now. Out to Marsh. Marsh down low to Terrio. And Terrio loses the ball. And it looks like California is going to inbound this one.
Terrio wanted a foul, but he just completely lost it. There's no doubt about that. After Terrio's making some very bonehead plays after losing the ball, and then during that rebound pass that went down the court and gave the ball back to the Vulcans.
Fortune has it now. Sends it over to Armin Marks. Over to Tynell Fortune. Working down low, and he gets fouled on his way up. That's a shooting foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Hopefully Fortune can improve from the last time he's at the free throw stripe, but he just continues to do a great job inside and forcing and getting free throw opportunities, but now he's got to cash them in.
He does have to cash them in. 18 fouls rather for Edinboro. He makes his first one. Jack Jakovic now takes his spot. Fortune sends his second one up, and it's in, so now starting to cash into his opportunities. And he increases the lead now.
Very huge shot, and I got to watch Jake Jackie back. If I was Edinboro, I'd go right after him, knowing he has 4 fouls, and try to get him out of the game. That'd be huge for Edinboro.
That it would, as now Alex Moore has it. Sends it over to Marsh. Johnny Marsh with it. Sends it back over to Moore. Now to Logan. Down low to Terrio. Terrio loses control of it. That's going to be a reaching in foul on Armin Marks. And he's got to be heading into foul trouble himself as well. That'll be his 3rd personal foul of the game, and you're sending the best free throw shooter on either team to the line right now, and Terrio makes his first one.
And they sent the wrong guy to the charity stripe. But now I'm starting to look at some key players for the Vulcans now. Got Jackie back with 4 fouls, Chris Williams with 3 fouls, Armand Marks with 3 fouls, Edinboro's in a double bonus. Right now, Vulcans are continuing to send that lead, but they got to watch it, though, because that Terrio just continues to just be solid from the free throw stripe.
Yes, he does, as he makes his second one now. Tynell Fortune has it, 4:17 remaining. Out to Jakovic. Jakovic trying to be careful not to get another foul here. As Murphy has it. Looks like he's going to be fouled on his way up. Terrio is the guilty party there. That's his 3rd team foul.
You can get Alonzo Murphy, I think, has done an absolutely fantastic job this half with Terrio. He's drawn 2 fouls, so 2 of those 3 fouls on Terrio so far this half, and he'll go to the line with that bad hand.
Alonzo Murphy hits his first one. Alonzo Murphy, a transfer from CCBC, Community College of Beaver County. Also played some time in Texas.
Pittsburgh man.
He is from Pittsburgh too. And a rebound there for Fortune. He gets fouled on his way down. And he's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. So a big foul there. from Edinboro. That's going to hurt them.
How about that? Tynnell Fortune just grabbing the rebound and draws a foul. I think, again, I'm starting to lose count of how many fouls that Fortune's drawn this game. It's been impressive.
That's Bobby Davis's third foul of the game. Actually, this is double bonus now for California, so he goes to the line for 2. He makes his first one. He's now 3 of 6 from the line.
Lucky number 13 points for Tynnell Fortune. He's the leading scorer. He's already up to his average.
And there's his second one, so 4 of 7 now. Over 500 on the day. Marsh has it. Sends it over to Logan. Jonathan Logan back to Johnny Marsh. And now Marsh has it. No good. Rebound by Art Cook. And he gives it to Fortune. Fortune's going to bring it up. Over to Marks. Art Cook with it, sends it over to Tynnell Fortune. Jake Jakubic now over to Art Cook. Down low to Murphy. Murphy gets his shot to ring.
Well, Terrio's found this match in here with Alonzo Murphy. Works inside on Terrio, thinking he's trying to force the foul, but nonetheless, he makes the basket to fall. And now Cal's got their largest lead of the game. Very impressive.
Alex Moore triple team there for a second, sends it out to Marsh. Jonathan Logan now sends it down, and a steal from California. Tynnell Fortune has it, sends it out to Art Cook. 2:57 remains. And now you probably will start seeing some more fouls from Edinboro, trying to stop any sort of offensive production from the Vulcans. Tynnell Fortune with it now, 10 on the shot clock. And Tynnell loses it. A nice steal there from Marsh. Tynnell gets it back though. Tynnell drives the lane. And that's a foul.
That's Ontario.
Looks like it's gonna be Ontario, you're correct. And this will take us to our final media timeout of the evening. When we come back, the remainder of this second half of action from the convocation here on CUTV.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
You are watching CUTV, California University Television.
And we welcome you back to the Convocation Center here on the campus of CalU. And the Vulcans currently lead the Edinboro Fighting Scots 60-51. 2:32 remains in this contest. And both teams currently in double bonus. And it's been a great game for California. This is a nice game that they needed to kind of rebound themselves and get themselves out of the funk that they were currently in. And they are at a 1-6 record. They're trying to make that a 2-6 and 1-3 in the PSAC.
It's perfect. They've had the perfect game plan so far. I made a mistake. The foul was called on Johnny Marsh's third, not Terrio. Fortune ran into Terrio at the end there. It was after Marsh fouled him. But Fortune's got to start making the free throws, try to close this game out. 9-point lead.
He's usually a very solid performer from the free throw line, I agree. He makes his second one there. I believe he was the best free throw shooter last season for the Vulcans, as he now checks out of the game, and Drew Cook goes ahead and checks in.
And you know, sometimes you have an off game from the free throw stripe. It happens to everybody. And Fortune's made just so many solid plays, it's hard to knock on him for something like that.
Long three from Marsh, and he makes it. And they're going to waste no time here to try to put some points on the board. Marks has it now.
I haven't seen much success from Marsh from the three-point stripe, but they needed that badly.
Chris Williams back into the game now. Jake Jakubic as well with 4 personal fouls. Over to Alonzo Murphy. Murphy sends it down low to Marks. He keeps it in, sends it over to Cook, back to Murphy. Now back to Jakubic. Jakubic working now. Nice pick there from Murphy. Jakubic hits his 2. Now Marsh brings it up. Over to Chapman. Minute 37 left. Chapman works, sends it down low to Terrio. Terrio makes it.
Terrio working hard under the paint, gets the basket to fall, responds to Jakubic. Jakubic's just playing with reckless abandon right now. He's doing a great job.
Jakubic has the ball now. Sends it over to Armin Marks. He has the open 3, decides not to take it. Back to Jakubic. Jakubic gonna work on Chapman now. Alonzo Murphy sets the pick. Jakubic takes down the lane, loses possession of the ball. He can't hold on to it. And that's gonna be a change of possession.
Unfortunate events there for Jake Jakubic. Did a nice job, set up perfectly by Murphy, who just couldn't corral the ball. I believe he got a hand in there, so Edinboro gets ball back.
Marsh now has it. He's working on Drew Cook, drives the lane, puts it up, and it's in. So Edinboro now takes a timeout. And they currently trail California 63-58. Edinboro trying to make a little bit of a comeback here.
And they're doing a great job. They got inside the Terry last time, and Johnny Marsh, 5 points in the last minute right now. And they need players like they need their leading scorer, Johnny Marsh, to get big plays like that. Pat Cleary trying to coach up his players and try to develop a plan. They're going to obviously have to start fouling the Vulcans and send them to the line. Vulcans have been shooting 52.2 from the free throw stripe. So you want that number to be a little bit higher, but the Vulcans have been known to do that and close games out.
Take a look at some of the highlights here. There you see a nice 3-point shot there from Drew Cook. Alonzo Murphy working down low, gets a nice put up and in off the board.
Johnny Marsh.
A long 3-point shot from Marsh.
Marsh heating up. Like I said, 5 points in the last minute, and I believe he is now at 16 points. Him and Terry leading the way, and then the most recent points of the game was Johnny Marsh driving inside there on Alonzo Murphy. Nice play by Marsh.
48 seconds remain in this contest. Coach Bill Brown is trying to keep his posse cool and calm and collective.
And you know, Bill Brown can't say enough about how he does that. He knows the situation, tells it to his players, and his players actually listen to him. And it's really fun to just see him coach on the sideline. He's got that big presence on the sidelines, and the players really love playing for him.
He has a great history among a lot of the Division II. And Drew Cook not paying attention to his assignment. He checks into the game now. Wasn't sure if he was supposed to be in the game or not. Well, found out pretty quickly that he was whenever the coaches started yelling at him. Now Fortune inbounds to Jakubic, over to Fortune. Drew Cook has it, he gets fouled. And he's gonna go to the line for 2.
Drew Cook was perfect against Mercyhurst from the free throw stripe, so hopefully he can continue that trend going as he got fouled.
Drew Cook, the freshman out of Beaver Falls, shooting 87.5% from the charity stripe. He makes his first one. Now a few parties checking in now for the Edinboro Fighting Scots. One of them, to be specific, is of course Brian Terrio.
Need Terrio. It's crunch time. You know, it's 6-point lead now. They need players like Terrio to get inside, work inside, and make baskets and try to cut the lead. And even if he gets fouled too, send him the free throw stripe. He's pretty much automatic. Now Art Cook also in the game as well.
Art Cook checking in for Armin Marks. Tynell taking a seat on the bench as well. Marsh with it. Now down low to Terrio. Terrio puts it up and in. Beats Murphy down low. Jakubic has it on the inbound. 35 seconds remain. Chris Williams sends it down low to Murphy, and Murphy slams it home. And this crowd goes nuts. Shot clock is off. 28 seconds remain.
An emphatic dunk by Alonzo Murphy as they are looking with a 7-point lead. The Vulcans are looking to send the home crowd happy.
And a shot there from Marsh. He makes it. And there's a timeout called by Edinboro.
Johnny Marsh was like not so fast, Vulcans. And Johnny Marsh, 19 points now, and he's 1 point off what his total, his average. So let's see as we'll look at that great dunk set up by Chris Williams. Again, Alonzo Murphy, 2 hands, set the crowd and his teammates to his feet. Very great to just see energy like that. It's always fun to watch the Vulcans dunk. And then Johnny Marsh coming right back and making it a 4-point game again and keep making it interesting.
Yeah, they're not going away easy. And head coach Pat Cleary making it, stressing that this is important. We need this win. You know, this is a game that they probably thought that they could easily come away with a win in. And California making that look a little bit different as they lead by 4. 18.2 seconds remain. Inbound pass coming from Art Cook.
And if Edinboro loses this game, they'll be in the cellar. They need this.
Both teams really need this one as Jakubic is fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. 16.6 seconds remain. Jakubic, a 100% free throw shooter on the year.
It's that guy you want at the free throw stripe to close this game out.
2 shots comes to Jake Jakubic.
Jakubic, his first shot is good. So he keeps his 100% rolling. He has 6 attempts on the year after that one. And he's going to go to the line for the 7th attempt on the year.
Alonzo Murphy checking in the game for Drew Cook.
And he doesn't make it. So that streak is now over. As Art Cook tries to get the ball back on the inbound. And that ball will go out of bounds. Off of Art Cook, 13.6 seconds remain. And now you see Chernick with it. Chernick sends it over to Marsh. Marsh now has it, can't get it up and in. Now it goes, and that's a 2-point shot there. Timeout called. 2.1 seconds remain. And Edinboro trails by 3.
Johnny Marsh putting the team on his back these last couple minutes. He's now over 20 points with 21. It's a nice shot. Really, he had Jakubic on him, so Jakubic, if he touched him, he'd be out of the game. So 2.1 seconds left. You're Edinboro. You're running out of hope. You just got to hope for the best and hope for a miracle.
Two different things remain here for Edinboro. Either they can steal the inbound and hit the 3 to tie it up, or they can get the inbound and put it up. They can either get the inbound, put it up for 3, or they get the inbound, get fouled on the way up, and get an opportunity to tie it up on a free throw. Those are about the only 2 options for Edinboro at this point with only 2.1 seconds remaining in the game. I mean, it can still happen, but Edinboro has to be focused on this inbound, and California needs to be even more focused.
They need to play smart. There's just one task at hand here, is just play smart. Just focus, do what you do to help win, and come away from the win.
And Art Cook is set to inbound. And a timeout called by Art Cook. That was to see what the defense was bringing out there. And we're going to have another 30-second timeout. But during this timeout, I've noticed something, Matt. Number 40, Samuel Sealy James, has probably the nicest haircut out on the court right now. I appreciate what he has. He has a nice flat top. He's got a very, very bright orange shoe. Let's see if we can see it on our monitor. I don't know if we can or not. I'm interested because there it is. There it is. That's a beautiful hairdo. I'm not even lying. I wish I could do that with my hair.
You know, he reminds me of Taekwon Underwood, a receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFL. That's outstanding. It really is.
I wish I could do that with my hair.
Oh, me too.
Inbound is successful. Tynell Fortune gets fouled with 1 second remaining. If he makes one free throw here, that pretty much seals the deal for the Vulcans.
Indeed it does, and we'll see Fortune trying to close this game out, and he's been one of the best players on the court, so it's fitting that Fortune could potentially be the one to close out the Fighting Scots here.
We have 2 set to check in for the Fighting Scots. We see Chapman. We also see Terrio.
Now Fortune going to the line for Cal. He'll take 2 shots.
And he makes his first one, so things just became much more difficult for the Fighting Scots. If he makes this one, that's pretty much the end of it with 1 second remaining. And he sinks this last one, so Tynell Fortune seals the deal for the Vulcans. As the last shot is up, and it's almost good, but unfortunately no good for Edinboro. California comes away with a beautiful victory, 70-65.
You used a great word there, beautiful, it really was. The Vulcans played their best game of the season to date. Very complete game, both offensively and defensively, going against one of the best rebounding teams in the PSAC. They out-rebounded them, I believe, and Chris Williams, player of the game by far, as just great win for the Vulcans, their first PSAC win of the season.
These Cal students get to go back to their dorm rooms or their apartments or homes happy as California comes away with a victory, 70-65. Thank you for tuning in to this evening's broadcast, and good night.